So the thing that's different about this seat is it had a vertical split right here. And, you know, since this thing I plan on keeping all the patina on it, just because was my father's, and I figure if I can just make it run and not have to butcher it and kind of keep it the way he had it. I mean, I'm going to replace some of the fasteners that are missing and things like that, and anything that's junk, you know, redo the fasteners because it collects, you know, and whenever you see that, this is because these things vibrate and they make a ton of noise. It's got a fastener missing there. So all that stuff, you know, and I'll try to find something that looks period correct, you know, because they put everything together with slots. But anyway, I thought, you know, my father would have tried to repair it in some fashion. So I thought, well, I'll go to the upholsterer. I said, I'll pay whatever if you can repair it to where it's durable. And it's okay if it looks repaired because the whole bike has that look, right? And he said, well, even though it's the original vinyl, he said and he says it's in really good condition, aside from being used a lot. He said, I just wouldn't be happy. It's going to split out someplace else. And so what he did is he started looking, and we found this is called Oxen leather print, or I think there's another one that's close, like Oxum Durham. So the top of this seat was very polished from years and years. You could barely see the grain in it, and kind of the front area was pretty worn down too. But right on the very back, you could still see the print really well. So we used the back as the ability to get the correct outdoor vinyl print, so this matches to what it was. The only difference is in constructing this seat cover, the original Tote Gotes had a strip that came down like this, sewed at the top and down at the bottom, but for some reason, I think it might have been to slide something in or whatever, because it was not sewed on the sides. I do not know what its function was, but there was that kind of a thing there, and I didn't opt for him to recreate that. So that is the one difference with this seat being recovered. And it just, you know, they're pretty simplistic. They're just like a piece of wood on the bottom. This does have most of the original foam in it, and then he glued some to it. I said, I'd kind of like to even save some of the original foam. He goes, well, it's pretty degraded. He said, I'll trim off everything and then laminate some other foam to it. So they did, and it's nice. So, and by the way, upholstery work, especially if it's done decently, isn't cheap these days. So when you can afford to get it done, get it done. And for anyone that is missing their seat, this is like a plywood, but it's an exterior. It's what I believe we call fin form out here in the Pacific Northwest. It's kind of got like a waxy, impervious layer to it. In the old days, you used to see them use this a lot for like trench, when they actually had wooden trench shoring. I think they still do some. It's still allowed by OSHA, so you might see it, but I believe that's what they call fin form. It's very solid, and it's got some sort of it's not varnish, it's like somehow part of the wood when they're making it. We used to have a lot of plywood plants out here that make a lot of this type of stuff, so someplace else they might call it marine plywood or something like that, but that's what that is.